Hi, my name is Gianna Lee Marie Fachari. I'm 17 years of age and I recently graduated in 2023 from senior campus. I've been a part of the Institute process for about a year now, this month. I started last January.
Hi, my name is Tyler Waki. I'm 16 and Tongan. I go to Chipley Senior and I live in Plumpton. I've been involved in the process for a long time now, but I became more active in the past 12 months.
G'day, my name is Para. I'm 16. I live in Mounty. I'm Mounty. I go to Chipley College Senior Campus.
How's it doing? Name's Jeff. I'm turning 21. I'm from Minchinbury and Mount Druitt as well. I've been involved since last year, January.
Before the Institute, I kind of viewed Mount Druitt as like a really bad area just because the stereotypes that have come out of there.
The violence and the drugs and also the alcohol. I really think I thought people were like too caught up with that stuff to really actually try and change. I thought pretty much everyone was ignorant and just didn't want to change.
There is still a lot of disunity in Mount Druitt. I feel like there's still prejudice, there's still racism, there's still inequality.
And a lot of division. I saw a lot of hatred, and especially with the youth as well. There was always postcodes and that, and ever since then, like I just thought, like what's the point of being here and helping out or trying to make a change?
But after being in the Institute for a while, I've noticed that a lot of kids in the area actually have a lot of talent and the stereotypes don't actually match up with everyone. I do believe that there are some negative influences in our area, but there's also a lot more positive ones than negative.
Hi, I'm Damun. I'm from Mount Druitt and I've been part of this Institute process for just over 10 years. And basically the Institute process is a number of activities that have been carefully designed by the Baha'i community, but it's not exclusive to any one race or religion or culture. It's actually designed for people from all walks of life, ages, backgrounds, and basically it aims to inspire us to build better and better communities. All right, so the way that this has been unfolding in our neighborhood has been groups of youth actually getting together, committing their time, energy, and actually just recognizing that they're not satisfied with the current conditions of our community. They want to make this positive change. And so they get together and they've been studying the courses offered by the Ruhi Institute. And the whole idea is that they come to these, whether it's a camp or a gathering or a retreat during the school holidays, where they study and reflect on their own qualities, their own attitudes, their own well-being even. And they reflect on ways that they can improve themselves, but then also how they can pass that on to other generations, other people in their community. And so the way this goes is as they progress through the sequence of books offered by the Ruhi Institute, they learn different things. So for example, in Ruhi Book 3, youth are learning about how they can provide moral classes for children, teaching children about being kind, being honest, being generous, these things that are so valuable in a community. And then, for example, when they study Ruhi Book 5, then they learn about how they can help young people between the ages of 12 and 15, early adolescence, how they can encourage them to be of service to their community, how they can kind of help them navigate through this difficult time, or not difficult time, but this time of transition between childhood and adulthood. And so part of this Institute process is to translate what is being learned into action. So these youth then, they don't just learn about these things, they're running these classes for children, they're running these groups for junior youth on a weekly basis. And with the hopes of really encouraging and pushing for more positivity in the community and just service to our neighborhood basically.
So society usually views young people in a very bad way, where they think they're really rebellious, mischievous, and like they're troublemakers.
I'm Dante, I'm 16, I'm from Black and Mount Druitt, and I go to Chief Senior. I'm year 11, and I just started there this year.
Hey guys, my name is Hayes Tovave. I'm 20 years old from Mount Druitt, and I am Samoan Australian.
Society views young people as problematic, maybe troublesome, and very immature.
Like fighting, going out, sneaking out, drinking, and all that stuff.
But the Institute has actually helped me learn that they have a lot of potential, and with just a little bit of help, they're able to strive for the best.
Some of the problems that young people face are just a lot to do with like peer pressure. Like obviously all the older people, they were drinking and stuff, they were doing drugs, they were fighting. And you know, if that's all you see growing up, that's what you're gonna do when you do get older.
I'd say in Mount Druitt, the problems that young people face is being misled very easily and not really having the tools needed to make the right decisions in their life. But I think that comes from a lot of things such as upbringing, schooling, or just the people they surround themselves with in general.
A lot of people don't really see school as like a feasible way to go about life. They really just see it as I gotta come here every day until I'm legally allowed to drop out. Or some people don't even like legally drop out, they just stop coming. But yeah, a lot of people, they either just drop out and like get a job, or like they drop out and do nothing, and yeah.
Even though this reality for the youth of Mount Druitt is somewhat true, in the 5th book of the sequence, it teaches us that youth have so much potential, and book 5 actually gives us the opportunity to reflect on the period of youth and why youth are acting in certain ways. In our reflections, we've realized that youth are just looking for a sense of belonging. They fall into peer pressure, and they just become a product of their own environment. So rather than just seeing youth as a difficult age group, we can channel their energies towards something more positive, because we know once their energies are misdirected, we know it can cause a lot of problems for themselves in the area. Once the youth are more engaged with helping others, they can see themselves as walking a path of service. So as we reflect more on the roots of their challenges that they may face, as well as understanding their potential, we can progress in working towards a change for the betterment of Mount Druitt.
The Institute has really helped me see things that are right and wrong. I'm honestly very easily influenced, so like when my friends do something, I just find it fun to like go along with it. But now that the Institute has been brought into my life, I've realized like I can't always do things just because they're fun. Like there's always a purpose for things, and there's always going to be a bigger consequence.
I've just seen a lot of self-improvement, and just being connected more, to God has really helped me. And you know, whenever there's something going on in my life, I can always turn back to the teachings that I've been taught. But in terms of materially, I feel like I've learnt how to detach myself from things more easily than what I would have without the Ruhi Institute. I used to be obsessed with like getting like the latest shoes or like latest iPhone or stuff like that, and then I realized that it's not really worth it, because these material things come and go, but us spiritually, we're here forever on this earth and in the next life as well. So being able to detach is a really good thing, and I'm glad I've been able to apply that skill in my everyday life.
The Institute has impacted my life by giving me a direction within God and the faith, which has put me on this path. It's helped me by being grateful for the things that I have and being more aware. I have noticed the things that I have that others don't.
So another crucial thing that I've learned within the Institute is the power of consultation. Ever since learning about consultation, you know, it's helped many things, especially within my friend group and like my everyday life, especially if any troubles are to ever arise. Like within my friend group, we would have a thing called Heal Night, where we'll come together and talk about our problems or like issues within like our groups. And instead of like just fighting about it, what are some ways that we can, you know, fix it, or what can we change? Before coming to the Institute, me and my sister, we never really got along. We came from a broken home. It wasn't a good space for us. We just never really got along. So every day would bicker, and our relationships, like especially with everyone else in the household, was bad. The progress that we've made from then has changed dramatically. You know, like I can finally have a decent conversation with my sister because of the God's attributes, you know, that I've learned within the Ruhi Institute. You know, learning God's love, His patience, His kindness, and I've taken it all in and taken it into account, where I can finally act as God has acted, you know, like with love, kindness, and to be patient. And through all those steps, like I've also progressed as well, like within myself. And after doing that, I've finally, you know, built a stronger connection with my sister.
I never really had any goals to begin with until I got introduced to the Institute, which helped me, you know, like realize that I really like to serve the community. And my name is Selena Ngutabua. I'm Tongan Fijian. I graduated from Chifley College Senior Campus and I'm the age of 17. I've been able to grow spiritually and intellectually. Being able to use bigger words than I ever did before, and like, you know, growing closer to God through a religion I've never heard before is a big thing.
Before joining the Institute, I was friends with a lot of people for like no specific reason, just because we knew each other. And I feel like coming to the Institute really helped me build a bond with people. And like, yeah, I have lost friends because, like, you know, we were friends for like no reason sometimes. But I feel like from like the friendships that I've lost, I've gained stronger friendships with the bonds that I've built here. Like, yeah, I feel like in these camps we formed a stronger bond. You know, we really came to like a common purpose, like what we want to do, what aspirations we want in life, like what we're actually trying to help the community. And yeah, I feel like with that and all the people coming here, I found like, you know, some true friends, like a real strong bond with them, because we're all trying to pretty much do the same thing.
The Institute really changed my experience at senior. For instance, before I started attending, I used to have a really bad habit of gossiping. And I feel after I went through book 1, which teaches us about kindly tongue and backbiting, I kind of pulled myself up on it a bit more. I was more aware of what I was saying and how words really do have meaning regardless of what you're saying. And it also helped with growing better friendships with other participants who attended the camp space as well. Yeah, I feel like we just created more stronger bonds, had more trust in one another, and communicated way more than what we used to before attending the camp space.
I come to camp because, like, through camp, I feel like I'm able to grow towards God even more, because you know, being in that spiritual atmosphere and like all that stuff, it just helps me grow spiritually. And
coming to camps, it really helps because they give us a different education to what being back in the neighborhood would be like. Like in book 1, we learn about our soul, how the importance of prayer and stuff like that. And yeah, we hold like a devotionals at the FMC every Friday. And book 2, we learn about uplifting conversations. And yeah, I feel like ever since then I've been able to have conversations with people that are more like focused, more like spiritually empowering. And yeah, in book 3, the one that I'm currently on right now, we learn about the education of children. And yeah, we're running children's classes. I feel like I used to have a very different view on children before this, and with like book 3, it's really helped me understand that they're not just kids, they're actually like very important beings to humanity.
A children's class focuses on the spiritual education of children. Each lesson has a spiritual quality which we teach to the kids, and with that quality comes a couple of activities that will help them gain a better understanding. So it can be things like memorizing quotations, games, art, a song, and even prayer. So we hold children's classes every Fridays at 4 p.m. We just have a couple kids from around the neighborhood, and there's 4 teachers, including myself. And yeah, the classes are always fun, and it's always really nice to just be with the kids every Fridays. Yeah.
I go to these institute camps because I feel like everyone around me has the same mindset and goal for the area. Yeah, it gives me a sense of purpose. I like seeing how the youth come together and strive for excellence within the community. Yeah, it's really rare to see kids with such enthusiasm in bettering their neighborhoods.
I think that this institute or camp could change the lives of the people and friends that I go to school with. As it's done for me, it's given me a path and purpose, and maybe they can find that as well within the books that we do and within God himself, and direct them towards a better life.
I started to begin to have hope, to see the differences that this institute is making, the changes that it's trying to strive for to help the youth. And being here has really helped me change, and it's changed my point of view of, the hood, Mounty.